Hello sexy people, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about boundaries. I thought let me talk to you all because I've just been really stuck in posting. I've been doing so much lifestyle stuff that I forgot to also talk about insight to one important part of life. That is advice. I want to talk about boundaries and setting them and maintaining them, especially moving on to your late teens and adult lives. Boundaries is something that I have struggled with for such a long time. Yet recently I've been a good girl. I've been sticking to my boundaries to a T and I'm incredibly proud of myself. So I thought I'd talk about examples where I give boundaries, what boundaries are, and everything to do with maintaining them and just figuring out if you want them. I think every single human being should have a boundary in some form or sorts. Most people probably, like you right now watching this, have a boundary, yet you don't know that you're acting upon it. What is a boundary? I can't lie, I don't really know from the Google meaning, so we're going to search up. So according to Google, boundary is a line that marks the limits of an area, and this can be applied to whatever you wish you want to apply it to. So extrapolate it to your own ideation, your own meaning. Long story short, it's where you put a limit to something. And in life, there's so many times where we can be told to do stuff or do many things. And I think there's so many opportunities in this life that it's kind of hard to not do everything. And it's very open to do everything that everyone tells you to do, or what's the latest trend, or what's the hottest movement. And I think that's very important. But at the same time, I also think that there's a reason why people have boundaries, because it's not okay to just do everything. And there's a reason why not everyone does just everything. And when I say everything, I ain't trying to discourage or stop people from doing certain things. I think if you want to do things, definitely do that. But as someone who's throughout all their life has tried to please people and try to help people and just be a doormat for other people, because I genuinely felt like that was the only way I could get people to like me, to now shifting my perspective and changing that to liking myself and now forming boundaries so that I don't get hurt by my future relationships and the future friendships that I have now, has done an amazing job on my life. So let's talk about boundaries and some ways I create them, I have them in my life, and yeah. So for example, one instance would be, because I like to look at my life as a circle and then all the different things I do in the circle, and like I'm in the middle of my circle, which is so cute. One of the main things I have boundaries on in modeling, let's say modeling is an example. One of the modeling examples that I have is I personally don't want to shoot anything that includes my breasts and my bum. We use the B words, guys. We are grown adults over here. You should be at least old enough. But yeah, I personally don't want to do that. I never have, and I know it's something that'll make me uncomfortable. So I tell people beforehand in shoots, I do not want to show these parts of myself. I do not want to wear a bikini. So I know that instantly if I come to jobs, I know I'm not going to do not skincare, and I'm not going to do swimwear. I know I'm not going to do anything to do with bikinis because I know that it's going to cross my boundaries and I don't like it, especially when it comes to editorials. I'm currently signed to an editorial agency. We'll talk about that later. But even at that, like sometimes editorials can be risque. So I do tell myself, okay, I don't want to do this. And the reason why now I'm so firm on my boundaries is because I've done things like that similar in the past, where I would wear something where I would show a little bit of, like, for example, my breasts. Like I wear like a really thin bra, and then I just after see the photos, and I wouldn't even want to post them on my page because I hated them so much. I didn't like the way I looked, and I didn't like me revealing that part of myself. I didn't think that's necessary to show parts of myself like that to the media. Another thing is content creation wise. Okay, let's say content creation. I don't record everything. I think being a beauty and lifestyle content creator is great and all, and I guess student-ish creator, because I don't really talk much about uni, but you get it. And yeah, I wouldn't post everything. So for example, if I'm going out with my friends, I wouldn't record that because I think those are sacred. If I'm out on a date, I'm not going to record that. I think those are interesting parts that I can keep to myself. Anything that's special memories, I don't like to keep those online or just have a need to record them. Another thing as well is like uni. I always make sure that I try and get my work done and dusted so that I can go to bed on time. Yeah, so For example, I will leave the library at, I have this thing, if it's 8 p.m. and I haven't finished the work, I'm going home. If it's 8 p.m. and I haven't finished my work, I'm going home and I'll get it done there. I'm not going to stay at the library for a certain amount of time or extended period of time. I personally don't want to do that to myself. I don't like it. But yeah, those are like 3 ways I include boundaries in my life. One of the ways that help me include boundaries and re-standard them is through just breaking them. Like, do things you're not comfortable with, and then you'll understand what you're not comfortable with. And another thing you'll be able to figure out is the deeper reason, which is why. Why am I not uncomfortable with this? For example, wearing skimpy clothing. I'm not comfortable because I wouldn't want people to see me this way, and I wouldn't want to expose myself to the world in that way. So I personally wouldn't wear certain like bikini items, for example, online on the internet. And I wouldn't want to be perceived in a way where people can easily see pieces of me in that way. And that's just one of the examples. But yeah, I believe that if you have a boundary, you should definitely stick to it. And through small practices of just going through what makes you uncomfortable and then kind of seeing why that makes you uncomfortable, will be able to actually think. You'll be able to think why. You won't be able to think why. You'll be able to think why, and you'll be able to push forward. Another thing is maintaining them. Don't let anyone in this life try and pressure you. People try and say peer pressure is not real, but it incredibly is, and you can get this through multiple ways. And I experience peer pressure a lot of the times, and it's not even by my peers, it's by other people, it's by like my mom or society, and like it's so frustrating. But be able to stand your ground. But I believe you can, and this was amazing chatting to you quickly. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely day, and I'll see you later. So bye, sexy people. See you later.